Hey guys, so something just really quick here on why you won't see me getting the vaccine. Alright, so let's start with 2 Timothy, the book of 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 16. Right here, you guys can read it along with me. All scripture is God-breathed and is useful for teaching, rebuking, correcting, and training in righteousness, so that the man of God may be thoroughly equipped for every good work. Alright, so let's go all the way back to Isaiah, right? We can see the title here of chapter 8 of Isaiah, verse 11, but we're going to go from verse 12 to verse 14, right? It's literally called fear God. Okay, so verse 12 says, do not call conspiracy everything that these people call conspiracy. In other words, and actually other translations, it's do not call treaty on everything that these people call treaty. So whatever you guys are saying is from God, or you know what I mean, because many people are actually calling this vaccine a blessing from the Lord. Now, so God is telling us, his people, do not call a treaty on everything that these people call a treaty on everything they agree on, and everything that they accept, and because of their blindness, they call it from God, right? Do not fear what they fear. Guess what? I do not fear the sicknesses many people fear, and do not dread it. The Lord Almighty is the one you are to regard as holy. In other words, he is everything we are looking for. He is the solution to everything, right? He is literally perfect, unlike the vaccine. Continuing, he is the one you are to fear. I fear the Lord, guys. I fear the Lord more than anything. And by fear, I mean I respect him. I have reverence toward him. Some people out here are respecting and having more reverence to what politicians and what scientists who at the end of the day created this thing say than your own creator. Anyways, he is the one you are to dread. And he will be a sanctuary. Wow. He will be a sanctuary to his people. But for both houses of Israel, that's crazy to me, right? Today, now we see it, that there are literally two houses of Israel. Because you are not a Jew outwardly, but inwardly. It's not a circumcision outwardly, but a circumcision at heart. Meaning both houses of Israel, the Gentiles and the Jews. But for both houses of Israel, he will be a stone. A stone. And then we see under that, a rock. We see that Jesus has been compared, and actually he was the stone Jacob laid his head on, and then he saw the vision of the heavens opening and everything, right? He is the stone that came, the waters that literally the Israelites were able to drink out of in the desert. And he keeps doing that to this day. He is that rock we are supposed to build our house on. But if you're not building your house on this stone, if you're not building your house on this rock, and instead you are building on sand, well, he is a stone that causes you to stumble, and a rock that makes you fall. What does that mean? It literally means a lot of people out there who claim to even know him, they are being stumbled right now because they're finding out, and actually they don't actually find out. They are so blind, they don't see, they are fighting Christ. Many times they get rebuked or just taught or corrected by many brothers and sisters out of love. They decide to block them and tell them, don't tell me what to do, don't this and that. And at the end of the day, you are stumbling, you're being stumbled by the truth. Jesus Christ is the truth, the way, and the life. And if you do not accept him, if you do not rest in him, you will stumble. Because this rock is a rock, guys. Anyways, and for the people of Jerusalem, he will be a trap and a snare. Many of them will stumble. They will fall and be broken. They will be snared and captured. Bind up the testimony and seal up the law among my disciples. His sheep know his voice, guys. I will wait for the Lord, who is hiding his face from the house of Jacob. I will put my trust in him. And that is literally why I do not put my trust even in my own self or whatever my body seems to think